and let us all do we can to build a better future.
I believe in love. Yes, I do. I believe in true love. And it hurts my heart when I see things fall apart, but also at the same time, too, I'm going to be a prick. I'm going to be an MFer, to the highest order, because I said this might happen. And I was on Nick Thompson's podcast. Nick Thompson, who I had on the show, he's part of the UCAN organization, right? And check out that interview that I did with Nick. But I was on his podcast, and I didn't know this was happening as I was on his show. But I did bring up Fani Willis and Nathan Wade. Now, who is Fani Willis and Nathan Wade? Well, hold on. Let me just jog your memory. Well, those are the two in Fulton County District in Atlanta. That's right. Going after Trump. Fani Willis was the one who helped give Trump that infamous mugshot. And I remember saying when this was going on, all the liberals were dancing like, yeah, woo, we got Trump. Trump is going away. We got Fani Willis. And everyone was celebrating. They were dancing. All the vote blue. No matter who. Rachel Maddow, too, was smiling, too. Everybody was a happy and a skipping and a dancing and a singing. And what I said, and you quote me on this, I said, y'all better hope this DA, Fani Willis, she's squeaky clean, fresh and clean, no skeletons in her closet. You better hope they're not there, because if Trump walks away from this, oh, he's going to be so powerful. He's going to have a crap ton of political ammunition. Well, it was later revealed that Fani Willis and Nathan Wade, who was a prosecutor, had a relationship. And they started that relationship years earlier than claimed. So in other words, in Atlanta, Georgia, they might have lied to the court, because they were in front of a lot of legal individuals. So I just wanted to pull this up here. Look. Witnesses say DA Fani Willis and Nathan Wade started a relationship years earlier than claimed. A former friend and co-worker of Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis testified Thursday that Willis' personal relationship with special prosecutor began before he was hired in the Georgia election interference case against Donald Trump. Robin Yurda's testimony earlier contradicts statements from Willis and Wade that their personal relationship didn't begin until Wade was hired in November of 2021. Yurda was called to testify in a hearing to determine whether Willis should be removed from the case, accusing Trump and others conspiring to overturn the 2020 presidential election results in Georgia. So I got some highlights. But first, I want to quote this. Shout out to Jimmy Dore, good friend of the show, Chicago's very own. Imagine being so propagandized and filled with deranged hatred of your enemies that you defend a transparently corrupt prosecutor carrying out political persecution in service of the establishment and who just got caught lying in the court. I'm embarrassed for the people who raised you. Jim Stewart, an anti-disinfo activist. To everyone, MSNBC, including the complicit guests, going along with this misogynistic, racist humiliation ritual of the only prosecutor actually doing her job to get accountability for an attempted coup. I'm embarrassed for you. Let's go ahead and play this, because you know what? What we're going to see here is a girl boss who's getting things done. Fani Willis just admitted to campaign finance violations under oath. What?
But I always have cash at the house. That has been
cash at the house.
I don't know. All my life. If you're a woman and you go on a date with a man, you better have $200 in your pocket. So if that man acts up, you can go where you want to go.
That's right. You tell him.
In my house, and I don't keep cash as good in my purse like I used to. I don't go on many dates, but when you go on a date, you should have cash in your pocket.
So my question was, where did that cash originally come from? If it didn't come out of the bank,
where did you get that money? Where did that money come from, Fani?
Cash is fungible. We've had cash for years in my house. So for me to tell you the source of when it comes from.
Holy crap. I remember when my grandma got me a book about saving money, and there's this funny illustration in there that says, hey, did you know that money does not grow on trees? I think she actually has an actual money tree, because if it's in her house, what the heck?
When you go to Publix and you buy something, you get $50, you throw it in there. When it's been my whole life. When I took out a large amount of money on my first campaign, I kept some of the cash of that. Like, to tell you,
Oh, what are you doing, lady?
I just have cash in my house. I don't have as much today as I would normally have, but I'm building back up now. So you just put money in. It's a very good practice. I would advise it to all women.
So you can't identify when you came into the cash or where the cash came from.
I didn't say I can identify it. No, nobody gives me anything. I am sure that the source of the money is always the work, sweat, and tears of me. What you asked me for is, when did the money go in there? What I am trying to tell you is, so I got divorced in 2005 from my husband.
And
No. It's important. You said, where did the money come from? And I need to tell you where the money came from. And so for many years, I have kept money in my house. That money in my worst days has probably only been $500 or $1,000.
Please don't snitch on yourself. What's wrong with you, lady?
My best days, I probably had $15,000 in my house at cash. At all times, there's going to be cash in my house or wherever I'm laying my head.
the money that you paid Mr. Wade, the cash in October of 2022, you do not know where that money came from.
I do know where it came from. It came from my sweat and tears.
You know which job it came from. Did it come from Fulton County or did it come from a private job?
It came from, what are you talking about? So it could have come from a private job because before I was DA.
No. You gotta know where your money comes from. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure when all of you go to work, or if you're heading to work right now, I'm pretty sure all of you are in the car right now wondering, gee, why am I going to this thing when this lady Fani, like, money comes to her, money's in her house. I think we all feel like suckers right now because this lady somehow it's either she bought a house where it's like a portal where she says like, give me money, and it just spoots out, just money. Yes, I made a noise. It just spoots out money, like just giving out all that money.
I was in private practice, so I earned money during that time period. That's probably in there.
You don't know
could have.
But hold on there, folks. It gets better. It gets better. She has a meltdown during the cross examination and accuses this attorney here of racism.
Last area, briefly.
Yes, sir.
You had contact with Mr. Wade in the year 2020, correct?
I had some contact with Mr. Wade.
Would you explain when you say some contact? Please tell us, talking about 2020.
I had some contact with Mr. Wade in 2020. One of the reasons your allegations are so preposterous, or Ms. Merchants that you have joined, is...
Ma'am, I didn't ask you about the allegations. I asked you about your contact. That's all I ask you. Okay? I appreciate that you want to say something, but I'm interested in, did you have contacts with Mr. Wade in 2020? And your answer so far has been yes, correct?
Very limited contact because Mr. Wade had a form of cancer that makes...
Okay, so hold on. Some contact means, according to Dr. Nick, just a tip. They might have dabbled. There might have been a little dibble dabble here and there. Hey, all of you, my audience, I believe in true love. And if this isn't love, the couple that does crime together stays together.
Makes your allegations somewhat ridiculous.
I do appreciate the
I'm not
characterization.
going to emasculate a black man, but I'm just telling you.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm not going to emasculate a black man.
She's not
Did you
going to
understand that?
Yes.
All right.
I heard
you.
Back on
Discuss
track.
further.
Mr.
I
Sam, next question.
I heard that. Now, however, she's not going to emasculate. But then she says about Mr. Wade, about how he's kind of a misogynist. A misogynist? What?
And did the forthcoming indictment have anything to do with that?
Ooh.
Or was it just a coincidence?
Let's go on and have the conversation.
I'm just asking you whether or not it was a coincidence.
Had absolutely nothing to do with this. It's interesting that we're here about this money. Mr. Wade is used to women that, as he told me one time, the only thing a woman can do for him is make him a sandwich. We would have...
Whoa! So hold on. Say it again one more time.
As he told me one time, the only thing a woman can do for him is make him a sandwich.
To which I must say, make a sandwich? You don't say. Well, why not?
Food.
What you got?
Mashed potatoes, macaroni, and a pulled pork sandwich.
This is technically my breakfast. It's 4 p.m.
You just woke up.
This is just too funny. I'm sorry.
We would have brutal arguments about the fact that I am your equal. I don't need anything from a man. A man is not a plan. A man is a companion. And so there was tension always in our relationship, which is why I would give him his money back. I don't need anybody to foot my bills. The only man who's ever foot my bills completely is my daddy.
Oh, how true, how beautiful that is. But hey, check this out here too. Hold on. Wait a minute. Because there's still so much pure gold from this content right here. For example, look, you gotta know where you're at in the world sometimes.
Did you and Mr. Wade go to New York?
I've gone to New York. I've gone to New York twice since I've been district attorney. I'm trying to think if it's 2 or 3 times. I went to do a domestic violence thing there for sure. And I was honored and I went to the Apollo there. Those are the only 2 trips that come to mind. I went. He was not with me.
You also said that he was a world traveler and had been on many of the continents.
I've been to 6.
Have you been on any of those continents with him? Besides this one?
Yeah, traveling around the world. Because remember, they were in the Caribbean together. Maybe nothing happened on a cruise ship in the Caribbean on a boat. What could possibly happen between a man and a woman on a boat in the Caribbean together on a cruise ship? You know what? I'll let you guys and gals be creative, but you keep it family friendly here, people. You keep it family friendly.
Where's Belize? What continent is it? I'm not being.
What continent is that? Where's the capital Berlin at? What continent is that on? Where's the capital of China at? What continent is that on? Where is oh man, I don't know, man. Where's the capital Washington D.C. at? What continent is that on? Where's it at, man? Sydney, Australia. Is it an island or is it a continent? I don't know.
And funny, I don't know.
Let's say, with the
I've been
exception of
to Belize with him. I've been to the Bahamas with him. I've been with Aruba with him. Don't embarrass me. I'm not sure what continents those are on. Whatever continents those are.
You're a lawyer and you don't know where they're at.
That's where I've been. I'm sure if I gave it some thought, I would tell you. But whatever continents those are, that I've been to those locations, sir.
but not Australia or any other continents.
I don't even want to go to Australia.
Hey, I know people from Australia. How dare you? Australia's a beautiful continent. Okay. People of Australia, I hope someday to have the privilege to visit your beautiful country.
I do know he took a trip in December to Australia. I have no idea, I don't know anything about that trip.
Now here's where MTG, you know me, says, this is exactly why I filed my Essex complaint against Fani Willis and Nathan Wade. Fani admits she has no proof that she reimbursed Nathan Wade for their lavish vacations, but paid rent via an app. I told you vote blue no matter who. I told you, you better hope to Christ that she had no skeletons in her closet. Y'all people better have hoped that there was nothing that could be used against her. If Trump walks away from this thing in Georgia, if he walks away, I have to talk about it, and I'm going to say, hey, I was right. I told y'all. This is stupid. Every time you liberals go after Donald Trump, you're like Wile E. Coyote. Donald's the Roadrunner. He goes, bloop, bloop, blah, blah, blah. That's what he does. Well, you don't think Trump's going to bob and weave from this? And no, this isn't an endorsement of it. It's just I've covered enough of politics, gave my commentary and analysis, and to know well enough that Donald Trump, I would be surprised if he doesn't walk away from this thing in Georgia unscathed. And listen, and his team would be stupid, like how Trump would say, stupid, to not use this Georgia BS on the campaign trail to eviscerate Democrats. He would be stupid, very stupid, not to use this. This is pure gold.
Would you say you paid cash versus cash out?
Oh, the vast majority was cash app. I don't know what percentage. I'm not going to guess that. But the vast majority was cash app. But there would be times she would say, this bill came in.
Did you ever pay him anything other than cash?
I've only given him cash a few times in the course of what we're talking about.
So you
If we would go to dinner,
Let her finish her answers.
if we would go to dinner, I wouldn't give him cash because he paid for dinner or I paid for dinner. I've given him cash only a few times in life, probably 4.
Okay.
Probably the most money I've ever handed him is $2,500. The
$2,500. That's a lot of money. What are you doing?
least amount of money I've handed him, probably between $500 and $1,000.
You never wrote him a check?
Ma'am, I don't have checks.
She don't have checks. I love this one here, though. Big Fani on her secret lover, Nathan Wade. We both grinding. Oh, they're grinding something, all right. Wow.
Did you go out to eat with him?
Maybe. Probably.
Maybe. Come on. In this day and age, social media where everyone broadcasts their stuff, especially dating, I've seen my fair share of ladies posting on the social media like, I went with this guy on a date. We went to dinner. He was boring. Come on. Don't do it like maybe. Come on. Your friend testified against you. Yes, you two were dating.
Probably.
Did you visit him in any location, his office, or did he visit you in your office in 2020?
I am sure I'm sure. Ooh, that's a very good question.
I like how she did a, popping like that.
Sure, he came to 750 in 2020.
750
was my office.
okay.
Not often, but maybe once or twice. Maybe I went to his office once or twice, but
Hey, by the way, let's have democracy in the chat. If you're on a date, do you remember eating or not? Type 1 for, no, Kit, when I'm on a date, I forget everything. When I'm on a date. Don't you know dating? Type 2, nah. If I'm on a date, I'm going to remember things, especially if things go south real quick. It'll be a story to tell to the guys or the gals.
maybe once.
And the purpose for going to his office would have been what?
Maybe we would have went to Mellow Mushrooms for pizza, or maybe he would have come for lunch. I'm sure we went by each other's office,
He would come for lunch. Oh, yeah.
though, but not often, not a lot. We both grinding.
In more ways than one. Oh, yeah. Keep it classy.
Try to make a living.
Did you go out to eat with him?
Now, it gets even better. The cross-examiner, has Nathan Wade ever visited you at a place where you laid your head, or where he would lay his head? I mean, oh boy. Oh, horrible choice of words there, Kit Kat.
And where, when did he come to, I guess, the condo? I'm not sure what you called it, condo apartment. Would he come and stay at that condo or visit you there? I'm sorry, visit you there.
What condo, what apartment? I want to be clear.
She's got more than one condo, one apartment. Oh, lady, shoot. No wonder Nathan was laying down the pipe. I mean, laying down legal advice and trying to get your counsel. You got rolling. You were his sugar mama. I mean, you were giving him sugar advice. Yes.
So not your house. I know you classified one as house and one as condo. So I'm trying to use those terms.
So there's been more. See, what you don't understand is because of this case, I got to move. And so I
Ms.
need
Merchant, if you could ask a more precise question.
Yes, please give me the time period. that we're
Mr.
talking
Wade visits you at the place you laid your head.
about. When?
Has he?
Or where he would lay his head. I mean, whoa, what's going on here? That's not family friendly. That's not family friendly at all.
He ever visited you at the place you laid your head?
So let's be clear, because you lied in this, let me tell you, when?
You laid your head.
When?
Has he ever visited you at the place you laid your head?
So let's be clear, because you lied in this, let me tell you which one you lied in, right here. I think you lied right here. No. This is the truth.
Judge,
And it is a lie. It is a lie.
Well,
You see.
Mr. Sena, thank you. We're going to take 5 minutes. Be back in 5.
Be back in 5. To which then, here's where MSNBC, and this is pure gold. It's like, my God, not only is it pure gold, it's pure platinum. It's pure everything. Where corporate media talks about how breaking MSNBC, BSDNC, legal analysts. This is monumental. If things are going in the direction we think, Fani Willis lied to the court. It's game over, man. She will be disqualified. You don't have to believe me. Let's listen to the words of BSDNC themselves.
It's so legalistic centric and yet so important and fascinating.
Right. Don't let the legalese fool you. This is epic. This is monumental. If things are going in the direction we think, Fani Willis lied to the court, it's game over for her. She will be disqualified. If they had a relationship prior to when they represented to the court, it's a huge deal. I can't overstate it.
And do you feel the same way, Charles, based on the testimony of what we just heard? And we just learned Nathan Wade, who is the special prosecutor in this case, walked in the courtroom. He is being sworn in to testify now about this issue and his relationship with Fani Willis. Let's listen.
It's so.
Now, I could be playing a little bit more of Nathan Wade and some of his little things that he was saying. No pun intended. No pun intended. But I think it's important that we hear from him too. The man himself. Listen very carefully. Listen extremely carefully. My lovelies, my mornings, my sunshines. Listen and listen well.
Now, as of May the 30th, may I ask the question that okay, thank you, Your Honor. As of May the 30th, 2023, you had sexual relations with Miss Willis, isn't that correct?
The interrogatory, sir, asks during the course of the marriage and the period of separation.
Excuse me.
My response,
Your Honor, I would ask that the court direct the witness to answer my question, yes or no. As of May the 30th, 2023, had you had sexual relations with Miss Willis? Yes or no?
Mr. Gillen, let's start with at the higher level whether he believes he answered it truthfully, and then we can drill down into why or why not he doesn't, and maybe we'll end up exactly where you left us.
Well, but again, Your Honor, the point of it is that the words matter, and that we have to establish what did and did not happen, and then he can give whatever explanation he chooses to what apparently is a false answer. But I would like an answer to my question.
And you make,
and it's important for him to get, boy, he's probably just thinking the back of my head, or back of his head, like thinking, geez, I let my other head get the better of me. I took a job that I shouldn't have been doing. I shouldn't listen to that woman. But you know, she had that money. She had that money tree, and I was grinding it up. Gentlemen, sometimes you got to be careful. Got to be careful out there. Got to be careful out there. That goes for guys and gals, especially now facing off against Trump. Trump somewhere better be laughing it up. He should. And an off chance you see this Trump, I hope that you have a great weekend, because this case I knew was BS. And as soon as they released that mugshot, I'm like, oh, what you did was give that man more merchandise. People are going to love Trump even more for that.
to get one, I would like us to start at the high level before we drill down into specifics to see whether he actually contradicted that interrogatory, if I'm making sense.
Well, the interrogatory is relatively direct and explicit. Sexual relationships with a person other than your spouse during the course of the marriage, including the period of separation. That's pretty simple.
Sure. Let's see if that's something you can get him to admit.
You did have sexual relationships with someone other than your spouse during the course of the marriage and during the period of separation, which included up to May the 30th of 2023. Isn't that correct, sir?
My answer to this interrogatory is none, is no.
So you're saying that you did not have sexual relationships with anyone outside of your marriage in the period of
That's not what the witness said. Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bump, bump.
Separation is during the period, then you're answering the question to this interrogatory, correct, sir?
I'm saying during the course of my marriage,
He's thinking like, oh man, I gotta duck, dodge, dip, dive, and dodge again.
I did not have sexual relations to anyone, and this answer's no.
Well, again, Your Honor,
I understand. You can proceed, Mr. Gill.
We need a yes or no. Let's just get down to it. Did you or did you not, by May the 30th, 2023, have had sexual?
Correction. The five D's to dodgeball: dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. If you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball. Remember that. Oh, that's a great film.
Relations with Miss Willis, yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what you did is you answered no to that question, didn't you, or none, correct?
I didn't answer no to the question you just asked. I answered no to the interrogatory question.
And the interrogatory stands that you answered as a pleading in a civil proceeding, your divorce case, right?
Yes.
Now, excuse me. The next interrogatory, let's move there. That interrogatory states as follows: identify any and all occasions in which you entertain a member of the.
I like this. Hold on, right here. Hold on. Where you at, Michael Phillips? I gotta get that. This define sex. Define sex, man. What'd you do? And Charlie Brown Politics says if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge an indicting jury. Very true. Very true. Won't deny that. And Anthony Garza says, what is a woman? What is a woman? What is a woman? What is a woman? I don't know. I'll have to make up a song.
The opposite sex, other than your spouse, who is not related to you by blood or marriage. You see that?
Interrogatory is what the kids call these days. Back in my day, we just banged, says Zonny 2. What, you didn't think I was going to notice that, Z? Huh, Z? Of course I was going to bring that chat up. Come on. Hey, I told you we're going to have a fun show today. I told all you people. That's why you got to hit that like button.
I do. Now, there are two parts to this. The second part is, I read on, or in which a member of the opposite sex, other than your spouse, not related to you by blood or marriage, entertained you. And then it goes on to say, including but not.
Popeye the Sailor asks a very philosophical question. What is a penis? Oh, we're having fun. We're having fun today at people's expense, and it's good.
Limited to dining, drinking, in restaurants, bars, pubs, hotels. You see that, correct?
I do.
Now, as of May the 30th, 2023, when you filed this interrogatory, you had in fact entertained Miss Willis on many occasions, had you not?
Again.
Disenchanted says, Your Honor, I didn't even know Fani was a chick. I was just grinding. Oh, that would be so hilarious if he actually said that. Hey, folks, be creative. No such thing as a wrong comment right now.
Again, during the course of the marriage was irretrievably broken in 2015.
Well,
the answer's still no.
Let's read what the interrogatory says about the time period required to answer the interrogatory. Because what it says is...
It's that I had to pause right here. Hopefully I got it perfectly. It's that face of, yeah, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here.
It goes on to say, including but not limited to dining and or drinking at any restaurants, bars, pubs, hotels, or persons' homes from the date of marriage to the present. You understand what the word present means?
I do.
And
do you? Do you really?
Present means the filing on May the 30th, 2023. Isn't that right?
It is.
So as of May the 30th, 2023, you had done a lot of entertaining of Miss Willis, had you not?
I had done some, yes.
And in fact,
Oh, he did some entertaining. Oh, yeah. You know what that is. Super classy. Gentleman style.
under your testimony, you would have said that she had also entertained you. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
Oh, man. I would pay money just to see Trump's reaction to this in real time. Or is it at somebody breaking it down to him? Probably smiling and laughing his ass off right now.
And so your answer to this interrogatory is false, is it not, sir?
No, it's not false.
Well, hate to dance around the, the answer is yes, you did entertain Miss Willis, correct? Right?
Yes,
She's not your spouse at that time or at any time, correct?
that's correct.
She's not related to you by blood or marriage, correct?
That's correct.
But you entertained.
I think just to F with the lawyers, he should have said, yeah, she is related to me by blood and marriage. What?
her, right?
Yes.
And during the course from your marriage, the period.
So, dude, you got blurred out like your wang bone went into her hoo-ha. All right, there you go. That's got to keep it clean for YouTube. After all, Hard Lens Media is a family-friendly show.
Period of time up to the press. So the answer would have been, yes, I did entertain somebody.
Hey, speaking of entertainment, right here.
And that you never cohabitated with Willis, correct?
That's correct.
By cohabitation, does that mean that you never spent the night with Willis?
I spent the night with her during
Spent the
travel.
night.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so I just want to qualify your use of the term cohabitation. That means you didn't live together,
That's correct.
but you did spend the night together.
Yes.
Maybe he got tired, Hey, listen, sometimes, you're at a person's house and you just, I'm going to bed. Good night. Good night. I don't know. Sometimes a guy comes to a lady's house, and, he just gets tired and he falls asleep, and there's nothing odd or suspicious or questionable. Like, why would a lady invite a guy to her house or apartment or condo? Why? What could possibly happen? I can't think of anything that could go down in more ways than one.
When was the first time you spent the night together?
Your Honor.
That's the subject of his affidavit, Judge.
Right, but it might not be the subject of this hearing. So the question is the nature and extent of the relationship. And so if they just spent the night on a single occasion, I don't think we're going to document in detail every single time that happens.
And I don't intend to do that, Judge, but I think what is relevant is when the relationship started. And that's what you had indicated on.
Well, why don't we
Monday.
start with that question and go from there?
And that's what I asked, when the first time he spent the night with her was. That's what I asked.
That's a different question, isn't it?
He's probably thinking, God damn it. My wang bone got me in trouble again. Gents, we've all been there before.
Okay, so let's not talk about when you spent the night. When did your romantic relationship with Miss Willis begin?
2022.
When? In 2022.
Early 2022.
So you were appointed in November of 2021.
Yes, ma'am.
And your relationship started early. What's early? January? February?
Around March.
Around March.
Around March. Oh my God. Hold on. He gets a little upset here.
So in 2023, December, you said you didn't have any receipts.
I do not have any receipts. I did not have any receipts.
But you did travel with Miss Willis in 2023, correct?
I did.
And you traveled with her in 2022, correct?
I did.
And you traveled with her in 2021, correct?
No.
So you only traveled with her in 2022 and 2023.
2022 and 2023 is what I recall.
That's what you recall?
Yes.
Okay. So you just don't remember if you traveled with her in 2021?
2022 and 2023 is what I recall.
Is what you recall. My question is, did you travel with her in 2021?
Had to pause it right here. Dude, all you had to do was just be squeaky clean, Not stick your pen in the company ink. I think you would have been A-okay. Well, don't worry. You had to play a little fun game, and now it's blowing up in your face.
I'm not recalling any travel in 2021.
So it's not yes or no, you just don't remember?
I'm not recalling any travel in 2021.
So you did not travel with her in 2021?
Your Honor.
This has been covered. Let's keep going.
Thank you.
I wonder if it's hold on, but it gets better. Just one last video, and then we'll move on.
All I needed. You said in the affidavit that you roughly shared travel, though, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this roughly sharing travel, you're saying she reimbursed you.
She did.
And where did you deposit the money she reimbursed you?
Oh, it was cash. She didn't give me any checks.
It was cash money through and through. That magical money tree, because they're both grinding.
So she paid you cash for her share of all these vacations.
Mr. Schaefer, you'll step out if you do that again.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so all of the vacations that she took, she paid you cash for.
Yes, ma'am.
And you purchased all of these vacations on your business credit card, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you included those in deductions on your taxes, correct?
No, ma'am.
No, you did not.
Oh my goodness. It's all a disaster. So what can we take away from this? Sometimes love isn't worth the squeeze that much, but sometimes you gotta make sacrifices to be happy, to find what makes you whole, to make you satisfied in more ways than one. Sexy time. Oh yeah. But my lovelies, my mornings, my sunshines. The reason why I play those videos is because it's hilarious to me, because I remember how liberal media was saying, look at how brave Fani is standing up against Trump. And she's going to hold him accountable. And Trump's going to go to jail. Look, I said this on so many people's shows, and I said this on my show, and I'm going to keep saying this to everybody. I don't care if Trump gets reelected. In fact, Fani, you might have helped him out. All you liberals giving him these indictments, AOC and Bernie saying, oh, Trump's a threat. Hey, listen, all what you're doing is making him stronger. And if Trump walks away, like I said before, I'll keep on saying it. If he walks away, his campaign would be stupid if they didn't use this as political ammunition against the Democrats in the Biden-Harris administration. I mean, this is pure gold. This is hilarious to me, actually, because I said, and I got pushback from people because they're saying this is a brave woman standing up against the next Hitler. And Kit, you need to report this story factually incorrect. And all I said was this. I didn't say anything disparaging about her. I didn't say anything mean about her. I said these words. We better hope that she is squeaky clean. She's got no skeletons in their closet. And because if that's the case, then your fear of Trump is going to multiply, because he's could very well use that against her. And I didn't know about the relationship between Fani and Nathan when this story broke out, when, she was getting Trump and holding him accountable in Atlanta, Georgia, because he was trying to overturn the election. All right. Now, at the end of the day, Fani decided to bite a little bit more than she could chew. So did Nathan. He decided to play this game as Trump. He walks away from this. He'll be very powerful. He'll have a lot of political ammunition. So will his allies. And I'm just going to say this, not as a Trump supporter, because I'm not. I don't vote Republican. I sure as hell don't vote Democrat. But on the off chance some Trump supporters watching this show, and I say hello to you, I know we got a couple Trump people who watch this show. You guys would be stupid not to use this. Okay? Like, seriously. The 2020 Trump campaign was mediocre. That's all I'm going to say about it. It was lackluster compared to 2016. That's why I'm very interested to see this 2024, and it's pretty impressive so far. But you guys would be stupid not to use it. This is pure gold, and it's going to be interesting watching the liberal media meltdown, because even that clip from BSDNC, I mean, even they know, there's no solid ground here. We're kind of effed. It's like that scene from The Sopranos, and yes, I'm going to bring up my Sopranos reference, where good old Paulie and Christopher, who cries in the car, where good old Paulie and Christopher are arguing in that restaurant parking lot, and they hit that their server with a brick. And that server, let's just imagine them as liberal media right now. And they're having that little seizure right now. And Paulie and everyone else watching it. And when Paulie says, hey, Chrissy, he's effed. That's the liberal media right now. That's the liberal establishment. Hey, Christopher, this guy's effed. It's going to be hilarious. 2024, you're delivering so much to me, and I love you for it. This is going to be a great election year. It's going to be funny and entertaining. So stay tuned to Hardlands Media. Oh, and by the way, keep it classy, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it classy.